Welcome. You are now tuned in with Eyes on Podium podcast. And this is episode number 52. Before we get into everything, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell for notifications so you know what we're doing, when we drop. What else do I gotta say? Follow us on all social media platforms. Eyes on Podium, everywhere. Everything.
Yeah.
We here. Drink water. You know what I'm saying? Look. USA basketball is killing now right now. You know what I'm saying? I have to blur it out because it's a family show. And we need to know, Gilbert Arenas is calling this team the D team. The D team? That's is that disrespectful? It's not disrespectful. We gonna get into it. We gonna try to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. Bank account be crowded. By next June, need 5 rooms, soundproof. Watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out here. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it. I go charm my ring, give all of my homies rollies. I'm a hot pick, rolling with me, gon' be low key. Best believe it's more of us, but today I'm dolly. Grab me by the hand, damn, she don't even know me. Open, hit the corner for the 3, nobody noticed them. Catch me out in traffic, keep it curry when I'm closing up. No one should be talking, eyes on podium. No one should be talking, keep your eyes on the podium. Yeah. No one should be talking. Eyes on podium.
FIBA World Basketball. Listen, basketball in August, I'll take it whenever it drops, whenever it's here. I'm here for it. Yeah. My man Jalen Brunson's there. Anthony Edwards. B.I. Josh Hart. I don't know why he did, but he did. Man, let's talk about this roster, man. How y'all feel about this roster? Actually, wait. Go ahead. Chris, how you feel about this roster? I'm not even gonna go there. Just go ahead.
I mean, obviously, it's to no doubt that it's not the most star-studded roster that the NBA has to offer. Right, but at the same time, I think it's a decent group of guys together. You know, I don't think the team is horrible. I think, watching yesterday, they played Puerto Rico. Obviously, it's not an NBA team, but even still, the capabilities on the defensive end, they look pretty impressive. You know, obviously, we're going to see them against the more skilled and deeper teams that FIBA has to offer. But I just think the personnel that they have, I'm sure that they've all been hearing all of the doubts. And I think there's going to be a group that wants to prove a lot of people wrong. And I think they're going to try to dominate. Not saying they are going to dominate, because there are some pretty good teams out there, right?
They play Luka this weekend.
Right, they play Luka this weekend. You got Canada, who's going to be really tough.
Yep.
But I think collectively as a group,
I
think they got a pretty good group, man. From not top to bottom. Right?
There's a lot of names that's not here, man. We got there's a lot of names that's not here. Devin Booker is not here. Brad Bill's not here. Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown is not here. Jason Tatum is not here. There's a lot of players that's not here.
This is just a qualifier. I don't think anybody's worried.
People.
I feel like people in the NBA can make a team. Yeah, the Olympics is the more important one. FIBA is just.
You don't think they want to? You don't think they care about this?
No, I definitely don't think they care about this.
I couldn't disagree with you even. Like,
I would never say yeah.
I would never say they don't care about it. That doesn't even make sense.
So why wouldn't they play if they didn't care? If they cared about it?
Who doesn't care about it?
Exactly.
Devin Booker, KD, like they show up.
Trey Young wasn't invited, and he said he cared about it. He wanted to go there. He's not there.
Well, we're gonna get into that.
So some players do care about it, and they're not being chosen. So I don't know if that's an excuse. I think that's like when you can't get in the club and you yelling. Okay, you can't get in. like you can't get in. But look, they smoked Puerto Rico. In that game, they smoked them.
In the
second half, you know what I mean. But they like you know what I mean. Who do you on this team? Who do y'all feel like is that best player that KD? Who KD was last run? Who do y'all feel like is this best player on this team?
To me, it gotta be Anthony Edwards. I think that as I watched them, I think they made it imperative to get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like everybody was focused more on looking at Anthony Edwards. He took the most shots on the team. He took 13. That's the most. I don't think he had high, but
he did.
Yeah, he did.
He had the high. He was tied with Cam Johnson.
Cam took 10 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So Cam was more efficient. It's neither here nor there. And I think Anthony Edwards is probably going to be the KD, the Melo of the team, just strictly buckets.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see off the first game. That's what it seems like that they're aiming for him to be.
I would say just looking at the roster, there's a lot of two-way players.
Yeah,
that's what I think is going to be what sets them apart from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to be able to guard so well, right? You looked at their length, right, from the 2 to 5 position, right? When you with the starting lineup, right? You got Brunson at the 1. He's not really lengthy, so I don't really count him. But when you look at Anthony Edwards at the 2, right? Then you have McCall at the 3. You got Ingram with his length at the 4. Then you got the defensive player of the year at your center.
Mm-hmm.
right.
That was what set them apart in that second half from Puerto Rico. They ramped it up defensively.
Yeah.
With deflections and steals and
athleticism.
Passing lanes. They looked impressive defensively.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Henny?
I think that's what's going to drive them. They're not going to be that scoring team we're used to. It's going to be a defensive group. They got 10 blocks as a team, 10 steals as a team.
Mm-hmm.
It's 29 assists as a team, 11 turnovers as a team. So it's going to be. Yeah, I thought they had more. They look horrible in the first. I thought they had more. It was turnover 6.
I mean, when you got Captain America running your team, you good.
Austin Reeves?
Nah, Captain America is Jalen Brunson. He's the captain. He's getting praises from Steve Kerr. Like, yo, he's the one leading the charge. He's the one. Everybody's listening to him. Some people are just born leaders. You know what I mean? Some people, you don't got to teach them. You don't got to tell them nothing. They just going to run the foxhole. And everybody going to follow them.
And the flexibility, too, right? You're saying that they got Jalen Brunson leading the team. And then who's his backup?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Who came in and had 12 assists yesterday.
Crazy.
Right? Like, what? And they both, I believe they both led the charge in plus minus. I believe they both led.
Can I ask a question? Is if John Morant don't do what he does, have his situations, is he on this team? And who's he not? Who's he on the team for?
Yeah, and I think he starts
for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
So Tyrese is out.
Brunson, Tyrese is out. Yeah, I think Josh starts just off of
No, Tyrese don't start.
Magnitude.
Tyrese doesn't start. Jalen Brunson starts.
No, I'm saying Tyrese is going to be off the team.
Oh, okay. And Ja will start. Ja will start.
And Ja will start. I think just the magnitude of who he is, and sneaker deal. He got a sneaker, so whatever the case may be. But the thing about what I like about this USA team stuff is you see players that come from their own team. They're used to running, having the offense run for them, having the ball in their hands. This is the time that you take to work on your game, work on other things, like things you don't usually have to worry about, like defense, like passing, like rebounding, like Jalen Brunson. He's not a rebounder, but what he ended with, a double-double in rebounds and points.
That's fine.
That's good to see. He's used to facilitating. He didn't really have to do that as much, but he had to be on the boards. He had to be on the boards. That's not something he's used to. I like to see that.
I mean, just talking about Jalen Brunson, who do y'all feel like if they were teaming up, right? Like what couple players you like to see on this team? Because you know every so often we get ever since LeBron and Chris Bosh and Wade, people be trying to get together after these USA teams. So, like, where would you guys like to see? Who do you guys like to see play together from this roster? Chris, you can go first.
I wouldn't think it would be bad if you saw like an Ingram go to Memphis.
Jerry Jack and Ja?
Yeah, Aaron Jackson and Brandon Ingram. I don't think that'll be a nice combination, like having Ja at the one.
Combination.
Combination. You got Bane at the 2, Ingram, whoever at Henny at the 4, and Jared at the 5.
You're forgetting somebody. Marcus Smart is there.
What does that mean?
Bane might not start.
What are you talking about?
They just gave him $200 million.
What are you saying? He's starting.
Ja, Marcus Smart, Brandon Ingram, Jared Jack, Steven Adams.
Marcus Smart is coming off the bench.
Okay.
That's not even a question. He's coming off the bench. One, Ja Morant can't. Obviously, it's his franchise. And then, shoot, Marcus Smart might be in the trade to go get Brandon Ingram.
Marcus Smart is gonna start because Ja Morant's gonna be out 25 games.
Oh yeah, this season, yeah, for sure.
That's why he's gonna start. But when he comes back, how's he gonna start? Unless they play small.
He said it's about winning.
Marcus Smart is gonna have to play the 3.
What, bro? Where we? Okay. Trae Young.
Marcus Smart.
Let's talk about Trae Young. Trae Young wanted to join the team. He didn't join the team. He didn't get invited. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about Trae Young not getting invited to the USA FIBA Basketball World Cup? Isn't he a top point guard in the league? All NBA player, I believe. All-star, all that stuff. What do y'all think about that?
He should have got it. He should have got an invite for sure. He on a bad season. What he had 20 and 9 on a bad season, give or take.
Chris,
let me look up.
As he look up the stats.
That's for her.
No, I don't have to look up the stats. I'll just fix something on my computer. But I understand. He's deserving of it. Mm-hmm. And he's not deserving of it because you look at it's tough because when you look at a team, right, and you're trying to build a team, you want certain personnel, right?
Right.
You want people that can work well together, right? I think Trae, not to say he does, because Trae passes the ball,
right?
He distributes the ball, but Trae doesn't make anybody around him better, right? He's not, and also Trae Young is not efficient.
That's true.
So it's like to bring him on board and kind of bring that game that you already expect, and he doesn't play any defense on top of that either.
That's true. Well, look, Jalen Brunson don't play the greatest defense of all time either, but he's there. I mean, technically,
boy, that Puerto Rico got some point guards on them. I tell you, they was slipping his pot in the
Tremont Waiters. Tremont Waters. Yeah, he's special. He's pretty good. But
you will have taken Jalen Brunson off of this team. So it will be between Trae Young and Jalen Brunson if he was on this team, and if you
And it comes down to this: he's
Mm-hmm.
a leader. Jalen Brunson is a leader.
Right.
Trae Young is not.
and he's more efficient.
He's more efficient. He makes the plays around him better.
Right.
So that's simply what it came down to.
Trae Young had 26 and 10 this season. Oh, that's the playoff. No, yeah, that's the regular season. 26 and 10.
That's tough.
He need to play. I don't know.
But like
42 from the field.
42 from the field is terrible.
And I understand the stats.
42
right?
from the field is terrible.
26 and 10. 26 and 10 looks beautiful, right? But why is Atlanta in that position every year? And he's putting up these numbers. Why are they in a position to possibly not make the playoffs every year? Atlanta's a team. Atlanta is a team that should have been at least 1-6. Should have been.
Yeah.
Should have been 1-6.
They took with the Murray move. They took that leap into okay, we're competitors now. Let's see how it goes. And I guess we're saying that Trae Young is the reason that they didn't take that leap forward.
Well, they can't. They haven't. They haven't
with
been.
26 and 10. They didn't take a leap forward. They actually took a. Did they make a play last year?
Yeah, they beat the Heat. They lost to Boston in 6.
Oh yeah. They made a
First
playoff
round,
this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they took a step backwards because they were.
They didn't make the playoffs the previous year.
Oh, okay. So I guess.
And to your point with Tyrese is efficient, and Pacers were playing really well until they got till the injuries.
Yeah.
They were playing really well. Because remember, we were making the comparisons with him and Fox, who was better, and they both were like neck and neck in standings at that point.
At that point, when we were having a discussion.
And the Pacers got a nice roster this year, so I expect the Pacers to be really good this year.
For sure, me too.
Yeah.
That's one of the exciting teams for me to to watch or whatever the case may be. Over the weekend or sometime this week, your boy PG Swaggy PG 13. He interviewed Klay Thompson, and he tried to people feel like, or Devin Booker felt like he was trying to make frame the question in a certain way to make Klay Thompson come for him, and Klay Thompson, took the high road and was a man about what he said and how he felt and blah 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 blah. So let's keep it on the court. That's that. Devin Booker, Paul George. There's a draft. They up. Who you picking? Henny, who you picking?
As is, or saying they both have.
Excuse me. As is, or listen, they're both gonna play 82 games.
Okay, I'm taking PG for sure.
Well, I mean, injuries is a part of it. So should we even have that qualifier? Chris, what do you think? We should have that qualifier.
Okay, let's always go as is. As is. I'll take Booker. He plays. I can rely on him to be there. I'll take Booker.
Chris,
This is tough.
Is it?
It is. Because injuries is a part of the game, man.
It's a part of the game.
Injuries is a part of the game. As is, just make it easier.
Who's been more consistent is Devin Booker. I mean, I feel like it's simply put, it's been Devin Booker who's been more consistent.
PG is just a what if, man. PG is a what if.
Yo, that's crazy that people calling PG a what if now. Is that what 50 games in 4 years get you? Averaging 50 games a year in 4 years?
It should get you a new job at McDonald's, but whatever. We'll take a what if. We'll take a what if.
Yeah, I got D-Book too. I don't know if it's close.
when
look,
healthy, I think it's really close.
listen, PG is a two-way player though.
Right.
He's a two-way stud.
Right. No, absolutely. That's why I said when you take the injuries out of it.
Devin Booker averaged 33 last season.
I think. Nah, he averaged 27, but
27. So what am I looking at?
Playoffs.
Yeah,
That's got to be playoffs. Got to be playoffs because he's wow in the playoffs. You got everybody averaging 30.
But I just feel like when you put the two-way into it, healthy wise, that's what gives PG that edge because he brings that intensity on the defensive end,
right?
And he's still capable of doing the scoring.
Right.
D Book, I feel like he's the better scorer. He's been. I can't even say I think he's the better scorer, but he's been more consistent at scoring. Right?
If you had a list,
but he's also been the number one.
If you had a list, right?
Sorry,
Where do you put Devin Booker in the hierarchy of the NBA? Top
Like
what?
Tiers?
Yeah.
Probably around like a tier 3.
Devin Booker?
3.
Yeah.
Who's tier 2?
Tier 2 would be. Let me see. I gotta look at rosters.
Oh, we gotta look at roster. Okay, who's tier
All
1?
right, tier 1 is Giannis, Steph, Joel, LeBron.
Okay. Tier 2 is.
Tier 2 is I would say Tatum.
So you don't think he's a Tatum, Brown?
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, D Book could be tier 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tier 2. I apologize.
That's your man. You got me defending him.
This is crazy.
You up to something? You got me defending Devin Booker. It's crazy.
So where's Paul George?
I just gotta see rosters. Well, Paul George wouldn't be in a tier.
Yeah,
Paul George will probably be tier 3.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll be tier 3.
Because health is a thing. Health is a thing. So we put him in tier
Healthy
3.
Kawhi is tier 2.
So tier 3 is what? Julius Randle, Sabonis.
Yeah, I would say that.
That's what PG's at.
Yeah.
Wow. Yo, PG, if you watching this podcast, you gotta start playing.
But it's not because of his skill, right? I don't think it's because of his skill. It's
Health
just because of his health. Yeah. Yeah.
Health
Kevin Durant is tier 2.
Huh?
Right.
No, you. There's no tier below 1 that Kevin Durant can be in. You're insane. I don't care if he plays 3 games a year. He's not gonna be in on tier 2. You're nuts. You're nuts. You're crazy.
I don't know.
Kevin Durant.
You're right.
What are we talking about? Am I tripping?
He hasn't won after he left Steph.
Okay, but he hasn't won. Listen, he hasn't won since he left Steph. No, that's correct. But he's still been a top 3 player since he left Steph. Top 3, 4, tier 1, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so KD is tier 1.
Yeah.
Let's go over it.
A lot of people on tier 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, what's wrong with there being a lot of people? Is there?
Okay.
I don't understand.
So I think personally, I think tier 1 should be the best player right now, which is Joker, and tier 2 should be like LeBron, Curry, and all of them, and then tier 3, and so on, and tier 4. And
Hold
tier
on.
5.
I'm gonna name a player. Let's say name the tiers. LeBron.
Oh yeah, he's tier 1. No, he's tier 1.
Steph.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Steph.
He's tier 1.
Giannis.
Tier 1.
Okay. Joker.
Tier 1.
Okay. Joel Embiid.
Tier 1.
Luka.
Tier 1.
It's a lot of people in tier 1.
It's just fine, but that's what's wrong with a lot of players being in tier 1.
All right, Kevin Durant.
Tier 1.
Okay.
Those are top 10 players. You literally just named the top 10 players, probably.
Okay. Tatum.
I think Tatum's tier 2. I might be a little disrespectful, but I think he's tier 2.
Booker.
Booker's tier 2.
John Morant.
He's tier 2.
I feel like these players
Name.
are tier 2 only because the other players are just so much better than them.
Dame is tier 1.
Name. Let me see.
What?
Dame is tier 1.
Okay. This is your list, not mine.
Dame is definitely tier 1. I don't know.
Jaylen Brown.
He's tier 3. I think Jaylen Brown's a tier 3 player. A disrespectful, Henny?
I got him in tier 3 in my list. I think tier 1 should be the best player. Tier 2 following
But that
would be the top 9. Tier 3 should be the rest of the league.
That wouldn't make sense.
Anthony Davis.
A tier is not
Anthony Davis.
A tier is not a place. A tier is a numerous amount of several things.
It can't be so many tier 1s.
Why can't it
There's
be?
a lot of tier 1s.
So how many franchise players? Franchise players are tier 1 player. How many franchise players are there? That's superstars.
How many championships are there?
How many superstars are in the league?
How many MVPs are there?
Numerous.
You only get one a year.
Yeah, but okay, cool. But if you're naming superstar players, that's tier 1. Those players are superstar players. Stephen Curry's not a tier 1 player. What are we talking about? So LeBron James not a tier 1 player. So the only tier 1 player is one player.
Yes, in my list.
All right, yeah,
My list.
that sounds crazy. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
It always should be the best player.
It doesn't make sense. Go ahead. It doesn't make sense.
There's never been a bunch of tier 1s.
Kenny, it don't make sense because why can there be a bunch of tier
2s?
They can't be
That doesn't make sense.
Tier 1.
Exactly. That doesn't make sense. How do you have multiple players in tier 2 and tier 3 and have one player in tier 1?
The best, you could have the best, then so on and so on.
So that means that everybody. So that means they can't be in the same tier.
That doesn't make sense.
No, I would put the best at the top of the tiers. The best of the best.
Right. So the best of the best.
Player the best out of everybody.
Right. Okay, but that's the thing. You can't have. So that's the thing, right? One best player. You would call it who? Who's the best player in the league?
Joker.
But he wasn't the MVP. But he wasn't the MVP. So Joel Embiid is not the best player in the league? He was the MVP. So that's what I'm saying. It's debatable. That's why you can't have one player. That's why you it's not a one place type of thing.
I'm gonna have one player. That's how my list is gonna go. But you can continue.
Cool. All right. So keep going, Chris.
Anthony Davis.
AD is tier 2. That disrespectful?
When healthy.
When healthy?
Tier 1.
When healthy, he's tier 2. I still think he's tier 2.
Nah.
He's never.
He's tier 1. He's when he's healthy.
I don't think.
I was in a top 5 player.
I don't think he's a top 5 player.
Tier 1.
I don't think he's a top 5 player. When healthy.
So what is he when healthy?
Top 10. Top 12.
Jimmy Butler.
12.
He's tier 2. Yeah, I can. Luka's better than AD. I will take Luka. I will take
we're
Joel.
talking about health. We're talking about health.
I'm talking. I don't care. Whatever list, however you want to call it. I'm taking Luka. Taking LeBron. I'm taking Joel Embiid. I'm taking Giannis. I'm taking Joker. That's 5 players right there. When AD's healthy.
Harden.
Ooh.
Let me put up some stats so you can help.
Harden's a tier 2 player. Harden's a tier 2 player.
In the regular season, right?
I mean, that's what we're talking about, right?
Here we go.
Regular season matters. That's why he's a tier 2. Because if he was what he was in the regular season in the playoffs, he'd be tier 1. Boom. Boom.
Kyrie Irving.
Tier 3. He's not a winning basketball player.
Ooh. Jesus Harden. But
I mean, Harden was the main Harden was the main player in Houston going to the Western Conference Finals. The main player. Only getting stopped by one team. Kyrie hasn't even done anything since he left Cavs. Hasn't done anything. He literally hasn't done anything. But I think he made a couple of All-Star games.
Where's Harden hate came from, Chris? Where's this random Harden hate came from?
All right, Donovan Mitchell. Keep going.
Oh, tier 2.
Tier 2?
Yeah, he's tier 2.
Ooh.
Where does this Donovan Mitchell hate come from?
You think Donovan Mitchell's he's not a tier 1 player. Cut it out. Not after getting smoked. Not after getting smoked by Jalen Brunson twice. He a tier 2 player. Jalen Brunson tier 2.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Jalen Brunson tier 2, baby. Tier 1 is superstars.
Okay. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Has to be tier 2.
Okay, the thing about Shea, right, is that he hasn't
won.
That's the thing. They
make
lose.
They make the Thunder look so pretty. He'd be having 30 and they be losing.
All right, hold on. Let me. They have a young team, right? I want to be fair about how we assess the.
Yeah, please do, because who on tier 2 has won that y'all named so far?
I said Jalen Brunson. He took his team. He went to the East. He was in the Western Conference Finals last year, and then went to the semis this year.
He also wasn't an All-Star, and Shea was.
Yeah.
Favoritism,
Politics.
like I said, the Thunder are losing, and he's an All-Star. It's only, and he's averaging 30, and they're losing. Doesn't make any sense.
So last season they were. Last season they finished 10th.
They were actually winning when he was on All-Star team.
Listen, last season they finished 10th. Season before that they finished 14th. Before that 14th. And I don't know if he was on the team at this time.
There.
I'm just letting. Now he just got there.
2 years. 2 years, no progress.
I think Shea is amazing. I think he's probably one of the best players in the NBA.
You can't even tell me they start 5.
That's my point.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead, Henny.
Jalen, and Shea.
See?
And Shea. Giddy, Dort, Chet. Giddy, Dort.
Chet hurt. Your Chet didn't even play.
No.
Jalen Williams. Yeah, it's Giddy, Shea, Jalen Williams, Dort, and Jalen Williams. So 2 Jalen Williams, Dort, Giddy, and Shea.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm help you.
No.
He said, "Nah, I know. I watch basketball." my man Shea averaged 30. So look. So Shea played 68 games last year, which is good. The year before that, he played 58. The year before that, he played 30. The year before that, 70 and 73. I mean,
I think he was a tier 2 player. This year, he was a tier 2 player.
He was tier 2 in talent. Yeah, he was tier 2 in production for sure. It didn't lead to a lot of wins, but that's because his team sucked. But then again, if you would have put Chris Paul on that team, they'd probably make the playoffs. But that's neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And proving it.
Who else you got?
Chris Paul was tier 1 at that point.
All right.
He wasn't.
Nah,
he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He was tier 2. He was tier 2.
He was seasoned.
So I got it. So Henny, where do you have Anthony Davis? What tier you have Anthony Davis when healthy?
And I'm gonna go off y'all tier. I think he's top 10. I think he should be tier 1.
Tier 1
when healthy.
So The Los Angeles Lakers extend Anthony Davis to his prime. You think that's a good idea for them to do, for them to lock him up in hopes that he becomes like he plays 65 games or 60 games a year and be ready for the playoffs? You think that was a good idea to make him the highest paid player in the NBA? I think he's worth it.
He averaged 26 and 12. Let me see his field goal. He shot 56 from the field. He's not tier 1.
Nah, he's not tier 1.
Because of
How
health.
many games? Yeah. Played, what,
He played
56
50. He played 50,
that's what I'm
54
saying.
games. He played 54
played
games this
54.
season. 40 games last
56.
season. 56. I'm sorry. 56. 40 games last season. 36 the year before that. 62 the year before that. 56 the year before that.
But that's what. See, it's always it's another thing. When healthy, he probably could get MVP or 26 shooting 50. What did I say? 56 from the field, 12 boards.
2 blocks.
26,
The 2 blocks is
12,
tough.
blocks.
The 2 blocks and the 1 steal a game is tough.
Yeah.
But he just
He's a
don't
monster
play.
defensively.
He don't play.
Don't play.
And they just need Anthony Davis to be healthy at the right time.
He's not consistent
Right.
too. Like he don't have like.
Yeah, I agree.
He will have
That's
a
what
great
happened against
game,
Denver.
and then he'll have a air game. You like, yo, dude.
Right. I forget about those games.
I don't know. I don't know if I would extend him though. I don't know if I'm the Lakers, I would. I mean, because he's an asset, you should extend him in a sense. But his injuries are terrible. I would have looked to get off of him some kind of way. But I mean, obviously, you want to just keep him for the LeBron years. But the moment LeBron is gone, he has to go.
He has to go. I agree. I just think the tandem of LeBron and AD. I just don't know who they're gonna find to be able to. Who they're gonna be able to get to come to Los Angeles at that point? Who can gravitate the amount of attention on offense and defense, like be the player offensively and defensively that Anthony Davis can be.
Could be Edwards.
I'm not saying that they don't have those players in the league, but I just don't know who they can get. It's not
Right.
about
Yeah, that
other
would match
players.
that.
It's about who they can get.
Right.
Like who would be able to come there. And you got to remember, LeBron's at the end.
Yeah.
Like this is the end.
Yeah.
These are the end
He
years.
needs to be the
for
second
LeBron.
best player on that team.
Yeah.
And
So
you can't rely on somebody who's injured.
And that's
Exactly. So it's
crazy.
like-
I mean,
it's like
y'all
who can you
stupid
really
cat.
call over if it's not Giannis to come over there and do what AD does and
give
be
y'all
able to
stupid
be the
stat.
number one and be the number one.
stupid stat of the episode. What's the stupid stat of the episode?
So in the season 2019-2020 season, Anthony Davis has played more games than Kawhi, Paul George, and Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry. Yep.
But Steph Curry got
And
more
that
rings.
goes back
That's
to
a
my
stupid
point.
stat. That's
But
sorry,
that goes
Chris.
back to my point where it says you need Anthony Davis to be healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
If he's
That's
healthy going
only
into the playoffs, that's all you need, right?
That's only a stupid stat because Curry didn't play one season. I don't know what season it was, but he didn't play one season, so that's why that's a stupid stat.
And the game, and it's still close.
Yeah.
But PG and Kawhi they don't play basketball.
Right, but they don't call
Well,
them street clothes. It's a thing, but they don't call them street.
Boy,
clothes.
they really
Street
call
clothes, PG.
Anthony Davis street clothes.
And he's won the ring, but they don't call him street clothes.
And for the record, Paul George stated today, I don't know if it's today or yesterday, he said this coming season he gonna be on his bull. You know what? It's a family
Nice.
show, so I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Don't tell me,
But wait,
show
4
me.
years for that.
Don't
4
tell
years.
me, show me. All right, look,
How long he been on LA Clippers? 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
It's going on 5th, I think.
It has a lot to do because everybody's tired of it. So he's starting to really hear the scrutiny now. He's really starting to get it. He's really starting to hear every year it's the Clippers could have done this, but this happened. The Clippers were
Yeah.
healthy, and then somebody got injured in the playoffs. What what could have been. It's always what could have been with them. So now, back to Ty Lue's point, he said they got to take the regular season more.
Why your
serious.
coach got to tell you that? Why your coach got to tell you that? Why your coach got to tell you that? You're 33. Why your coach got to tell you, hey, let's take the regular season a little bit serious?
Cause LeBron.
Exactly.
Cause LeBron. Everybody think because you got to remember too, like LeBron fans all throughout media, when he would lose to teams in the regular season, he would beat them in the playoffs. They would be like, it doesn't matter. The regular season doesn't matter because LeBron beat them in the playoffs. But that narrative, that logic or variable only worked for LeBron James. It doesn't work for other players. It worked for what's his name? Kawhi, when he basically tanked, like when he went to Toronto. Who we about to talk about?
Runs, man. One of my favorite playoff runs.
And he ended up going to get the ring. And he got the ring, so it worked for him. So he could go to Clippers and be like, hey, look what I just did. I ain't playing back-to-backs. I'm only playing 50 games. Y'all don't even need me for all that. You know what I mean? So yeah.
You take this you take those breaks, those day offs and still get injured. It's crazy to me. It's crazy.
And Kawhi everybody got look. Kawhi got lucky that year. LeBron, we used to literally watch LeBron lose to teams during the regular season, and me personally, I never felt like it meant anything because I already knew once the playoffs started, Dark 0-30, whatever he called himself, 0 Dark 30. You already knew. It don't matter what you did in the regular season. He was gonna sweep you, and he was gonna look convincing. He was going to tear everybody apart.
Those 1 and 2 teams look so good in the regular season.
Toronto.
They don't look like
Toronto.
they know what
You mean LeBronto?
LeBronto.
Oh my God! the funny stat when they I don't think Boston had this is when Tatum dunked on LeBron. They said Boston's never lost. They didn't lose a home game in the playoffs yet. Tatum dunked on LeBron. Marcus Morris got in his face. LeBron wiped his hands. It was over. They lost their first game. I'll never forget that play. I'll never forget it.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
LeBron was different. LeBron was different. He literally ran the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, it was his house. It was his house. What's happening in Canada right now?
Oh boy.
Masai Ujiri said, I want some rotational players. I want some draft picks for Pascal Siakam. So the Atlanta Hawks say, okay, cool. No problem. We'll give you some draft picks. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll give you some rotational players. And young players. AJ Griffin is a good young shooter. He's a rotational player, possibly. Right? DeAndre Hunter. He's definitely a rotational player.
Right.
They said, nah.
Imagine Scotty Barnes at the 1,
No.
AJ Griffin at the 2. Oh, they you don't watch Toronto ball. They run Scotty Barnes at the 1.
They do.
I know. Right.
He's very Draymond Greenish.
Can I continue?
Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, AJ Griffin at the 2, DeAndre Hunter with a better role. Oh my God, that would be awesome. I like to see that. Yeah, I mean they're a little low at the front court, but I like to see that. That'd be an interesting watch.
Well, the Raptors pulled right out of that.
Yeah, and they said, "Yo, the price is higher." What's the price on Pascal? What do you feel like Pascal should command?
It depends on the team, honestly.
What do you think he should go?
Does he like? I feel like he needs to be your second best player.
I don't think it matters on the team though. It matters on what the Raptors want in return.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm saying the team that's trading for him, is he worth the chance? Like, do you give up you mortgage your future for a possible ring or for sure thing? Now, I mean, nothing is for sure, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. We're competing now. Like that. He has to be your not 1A 1B. I feel like if he goes to the Hawks, he'll be a 1A 1B type of player. I don't see him not being. I think he's going to equal out Trae Young. He needs to go somewhere where he's a definite second player. Like if he was to go to Trailblazers, like I think that would be good. Like him being your
I don't think no matter where Pascal go, winning was gonna follow him. I just don't see it. I don't see where he could go that would be a good fit that he could win. I don't see it. I don't know where. Where would you like the Raptors and the Hawks? That sounded good. Maybe Hornets. Who needs a who? I mean, everybody needs a wing, a scoring wing that plays defense sometimes.
Yeah, it's just sometimes.
What about trading Pascal for Andrew Wiggins?
Listen, if they do that, that would be great for the Warriors. If but the thing about it is too, like, how's Pascal shooting?
Decent. I think he's 35 off the top of my head, but we can check it.
Because Andrew. I mean that starting five group with Warriors was the best starting five group in the NBA. 32%. Yeah. All right, no, I'm cool with that. I keep Wiggins.
I keep Wiggins. Yeah.
Maybe the 76ers. James Harden.
When Joel goes down, you still got Pascal.
Joel? I mean, not Joel.
Pascal,
James Harden?
I would try to keep James.
Nah. He don't want to go there. He don't want to keep. He don't want to stay there.
He want to go to LA.
Well, yeah.
He want to go to LA, yeah.
Home. Back home.
In a perfect world, that would have been nice though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Having James, Pascal, and Embiid, I would get rid of Tobias.
Oh, Tobias is getting $40 million this year too.
Yeah, see ya.
That's insane.
See ya.
OG Anunoby is going into his final year. No, he can at the end of the season, he can opt out and become a unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, I was reading today that they said that his extension would be worth like 117 mil. So they said that he's better taking his chances in free agency.
Yeah, he's gonna get it back.
Yeah, they said he should take his chances in free agency. That will well surpass that 117 million.
You know what's funny? He averages 16, 5, and 2.
OG?
He's getting 30 mil.
He's an all NBA, all defensive player though.
Cool. The Knicks front office have got away with robbery with these contracts. People laughed at the Knicks for what they did. Oh, you're giving him this much? Oh, you're giving him this much? Now look at these contracts for players that have not improved their team.
The Knicks are winning.
Yeah, Knicks contracts are crazy.
We've improved. They laughed at Jalen Brunson. Oh, you extended RJ. Oh, look what they gave. Look what they gave Julius.
Underpaid, all three of them.
All underpaid. Underpaid.
I don't know about RJ, but yeah, the other two
all underpaid.
They definitely got underpaid.
That's hilarious.
For sure.
At the time.
Hey, tell OG to come walk to New York City. All right, next year I'll take him next offseason. Listen, come here. I give you $40 million.
Only an 8-hour drive.
It's only an 8-hour drive. Come to New York City, baby. Come to New York City.
Agent?
As a free agent, exactly. Yep.
So you done with Grimes?
Nah. I'm very curious to see what Grimes turns into in his third season. And I'm very curious to see what Quickly does. But,
is this it for them? Is this the season for them?
Yeah, for sure. I think this is the season for Grimes and Quickly.
Yeah. Grimes got to show me. All Grimes has to do is show me improvement. I think I'm fine with what Quickly could do. I think it's just what the market is asking for him. For his case, it's like what he wants in return.
What is he worth? Yeah, what is he worth?
I still don't think. I know we're gonna have to, but he's gonna probably ask for 20 million a year. I don't think he's worth that. I don't want to pay that for.
The thing about it too, though, Henny. The thing about it, though, the best thing about it is that he's a restricted free agent, and being that he's a restricted free agent, he's not gonna want to play on a qualifying offer. Right. So.
Yeah, which you'll get from another team.
No. He'll have to play with the Knicks for a qualifying offer. right?
Oh,
Which
okay.
is an average. It's like an average. It's like franchise tagging the motos. You know what I mean? If he gets the last person to do that was like Andre Drummond or whatever the case may be. But if he can end up getting hurt, anything, you don't want to play on an expiring contract. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why the Knicks is going to probably be able to get him at a certain number, and maybe short years though, maybe 3 years, and a play option.
I hope we get a good like Austin Reeves type, like nobody try to hit up quickly and try to pay him, and then we get to offer whatever we want, like how they got away with murder for getting Austin Reeves.
But that's basically what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And that would be like, I'm fine with that. I like
me
all
too.
that quickly bring. My only concern is Grimes. He has to show some type of
Grimes.
Like,
let's talk about it.
Put the ball on the floor. He has to hit the open shot. Be more creative. Defense could get a little bit better. Like I want to call on him to be a stopper at points.
I mean, he's in the 90th percentile of guarding the best player in the NBA. Which
Correct.
means he's guarding the best player all the time.
He can improve.
But look at he definitely can improve. He 100%. Him what he did in the playoffs against that play when we won the game where he pulled the muscle. He actually played 48 minutes.
Yeah.
He pulled a muscle or something like that, and then steals the ball on Jimmy, and then the lead system like that
on one leg.
Yep. On one leg. That's heart right there. You know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of players that Tibbs want. Right, like Tibbs want those kind of players. I think that he could turn into I think Grimes could turn into an OG kind of player, and I would want to see if that's possible because he's guarding the best player. He just really had to take shots.
No,
he really got to take shots.
It's also opportunity though,
and it's also opportunity as well. Talking about, we're gonna go both sides, but let's start with the East first. Which top 16 y'all feel like will fall off out of those top 6 teams from that made the playoff last season? Which is one of the teams that y'all think that may not be there? Any?
I would say Miami. No, you said top 6. Sorry, you said top 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my fault.
I go first. I could go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to go first? Yeah. You want to say it first?
I want to go first. I got the Sixers. I think there's a chance Sixers don't make. I think there's a chance the Sixers will be in the play-in. A high chance they be in the play-in. One, I don't think Joel's gonna play the entire season.
Of course not.
Right. And James Harden definitely is not gonna play the entire season. I think that's last time when he had when that happened with Ben Simmons, he turned up. I don't think that's gonna happen again. He ended up playing 68 games. He averaged 30. Right. Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think he's going to regress a little bit this year. But I mean, he's still gonna be Joel Embiid, but he's gonna regress a little bit this year. They're gonna lose. I feel like they're gonna lose more games because of it. The dysfunction, the change of coaching. I think that's gonna affect them, and they're not gonna be as good. They're gonna be a 7-8 seed for sure, I believe. Not for sure, you know what I mean. If we taking one of these teams out, I think it's definitely gonna be them. And yeah, we'll talk the West after. What y'all think about that?
Nah, I think you're crazy. I think you're drinking that juice. I got the easy. I mean, the easy answer would be Brooklyn.
Nets?
Yeah, that's the easy answer.
The Nets was a 6.
Brooklyn. Yeah, it is a 6.
Oh, you said answer is the Nets. That is the Nets. That is the Nets.
Well, I don't even think the Nets are going to be bad though, personally.
But they're not going to be top 6.
I think they can be top 6.
They won't be top 6 though. They both gonna fall off. Now I got 2 teams. I got 2 teams that's not gonna be there.
If you say so.
I do.
Yeah, nah, I definitely got the Nets.
I think the combination of Ben Simmons. I think Ben Simmons coming back healthy, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson playing as well as he's playing, Spencer Dinwiddie, also Nicholas Claxton, who has had a career year last year. I think all coming back better into next season. I think they will still be able to be top 6.
Nah, that was a good try.
I don't believe in him.
It's okay.
The first person he said was Ben Simmons. He lost me. You lost me at Ben. When you said Ben and 10, you lost me.
We'll see.
You gotta get that team to win 40.
And they're going to be special. If Ben Simmons is healthy, they're going to be special defensively.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me.
I said if they're healthy, they will be special defensively.
They were special defensively last year when KD left. They were losing. The only reason they were succeed because of KD and Kyrie. But they were special defensively last year.
So on the West Coast, who do y'all feel like on the West Coast is gonna be that team that fall off?
Grizzlies.
But they got to change their team twice, no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah, like they're about to play.
You got Grizzlies too?
First.
Yeah, I would say Grizzlies.
That's it. I think Sacramento is going to be even better again. They're going to be really good again next year.
Mm-hmm.
They got some young players that are emerging as well. Phoenix, because of their talent, is going to be in the top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Denver is Denver. They're going to still be really good. I think Golden State is going to be pretty good next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Memphis gets replaced with the Lakers.
Okay. I don't think Denver's gonna be the number one team over there no more. I think they're gonna fall off.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I still think Denver is top 3.
Oh, I didn't say they're gonna be number 1. I'm just saying they're still gonna be top 6.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah. I got the Clippers falling.
Nah, they're gonna take the season more seriously.
I really want to be disrespectful and say the Phoenix Suns, but we gonna just.
I also want to throw something out there too.
Go ahead, throw it out there.
And no, this is a big if.
No, don't try to preface it. Don't preface it. Don't preface it. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
If Zion's healthy.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
If Zion is healthy.
Yeah, I got him, y'all.
Which is a huge if.
What else?
Were they gonna be a playing team?
No, they're gonna be in top 5 in the West.
Got it.
They were top 5 in the West when he was playing last year.
I got it on camera. Don't worry.
They were top 5 in the West when he was playing last year.
Okay.
Chris, you can smile for me. Thank you.
Lucky this is a kid show.
Lucky.
We'll talk after.
I had some words for you, buddy.
That's hilarious. All right. Okay.
I got the Suns as 1 seed.
Wow.
I got Golden State Warriors as 1 seed.
I wouldn't be shocked if Suns are 1.
They just got the offense. They're gonna win a lot of games because of how talented they are. Now playoffs is a different animal, okay? But I got them as the 1 seed for sure.
Actually,
Is this one of the most talented teams we've ever seen? Is this the most talented team we've ever seen?
What are you talking about? Were you not alive in 2017?
We're talking about 4 players here, not just
2. Were you not alive? 4. There's 4 Hall of Famers on that team. 4 Hall of Famers. There's 1 on that team. I don't know where you going with this.
I'm talking about talent-wise.
There's 4 Hall of Famers on the 2017 Golden State Warriors. 4. 3 of them got 4 rings.
Okay, who's better, Devin Booker or Klay Thompson?
At his height, I'm taking Klay. I'm taking Klay. Klay's a 2-way lockdown, 60 points and a half. What are we talking about? Like he don't need 20 dribbles. He don't need it. He needs 3, 2 maybe. None. He got like 30 on like no dribbles. Didn't he have 60 on like 20 dribbles or 10 dribbles, something like that?
He did.
He had crazy.
If they change places, will they get the same success? If they change places, will they get the same success?
Clay has never been a number one.
Okay. Well, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't been. He hasn't been number one. But that don't mean that don't really mean
Book has been a number one and has gotten to the NBA Finals.
He has been. He also been number one and couldn't get out the playoffs. Couldn't get to the playoffs. He wasn't the deciding factor. It was Chris Paul. He wasn't. You're right. Listen, that is true. Listen, what you're saying is accurate. All those things are accurate. With all those things being said, I'm still taking Klay Thompson. Because he's going to lock up.
But you also just brought up the fact that Chris Paul was the deciding factor, like Steph Curry's not the deciding factor for Golden State.
He is the deciding factor for Golden State, and so was KD. I'm still taking Klay Thompson.
Two deciding factors.
I'm still taking Klay Thompson. He's an extremely light years better defender in his prime. It's not even close. It's like literally not even close. Like it's not even close. Klay Thompson is a bona fide two-way 3-and-D. I can do anything. I can score 40 without dribbling the basketball. What are we talking about? And then go lock you up down the block.
Okay, don't act like he scores 40 all season long.
No, because he has Curry next to him, who scores 40. And then
averaged more
KD.
than 22 points a game,
Bro.
And that's probably because of that 160 and 50-point game he has a year.
He averaged 22 points a game as the third option.
Okay, he's always the third option.
Okay, and your man is the first option, averaging 27.
Exactly, but he's not playing with Stephen Curry.
And he's not guarding the best player
of all time.
And he's not guarding the best player.
He has never played with a player better than Stephen Curry.
Bro, Klay Thompson is 6'7", guarding the best player, the best guard. Stephen Curry could be Stephen Curry because he don't got to guard nobody. He don't ever have to guard. Hold on.
Booker has never played with a player better than
Devin Booker don't ever guard Kyrie Irving, ever in life. He don't guard Bradley Beal.
He has never played.
He's not guarding John Morant. He's not guarding none of these people.
Hold on, time out.
I'm just saying.
70. You want to talk about?
And he lost.
He scored 70.
And he lost. He took a picture with an L. What are we talking about? Now we're promoting L's. We're promoting L's now. Now we're promoting L's. Turn the 7 upside down. Turn the 7 upside down. Now we're promoting L's. That's what's happening now, people. We're promoting L's on Eyesonpodium. This shit is crazy. Look, who hypes got my man Jalen Brunson number 12, top point guards in the league? That list is more crazy than Devin Booker. I don't know. I could be crazy. I could be the one that's local.
We should put up a poll.
We're gonna put up a poll.
Or Klay Thompson
in his prime.
What Klay Thompson said? Oh, no, what Klay Thompson said the other day? Devin Booker was busting my ass.
He was after coming off an ACL and an Achilles and won a championship, all in the same. Like, what are we talking about?
Steph Curry.
Yeah, but you couldn't
Finals
get
MVP. Finals MVP.
Okay. When it's Devin Booker, it's not just Devin Booker.
So you think that Klay Thompson leading a team as the number 1 will be better than Devin Booker leading the team as the number 1? That's what you're telling me. When you say that, I want you to understand that.
That is what I'm saying. Klay Thompson in his prime, I will take him to lead my team before I take Devin Booker.
On crack.
Klay Thompson in his prime.
Nope.
Because he's going to lock up the next player up the block, and he's going to give me 22 as the third option.
22 is
and then Devin Booker is going to give me 27 as the number 1 option.
When he's the vocal point and doesn't have to worry about the best shooter in the universe to be there so you can get open shots. I'm sorry.
You're right. Look, it matters. Listen, that matters.
It matters.
Yeah.
Of course it matters.
Yeah, it does matter. And Chris Paul being there was the first time he had even a winning anything in his whole career, his whole NBA career. That matters too. Right. Hoop Hypes ranked Jaylen Brown.
Klay Thompson has never played by himself.
He hasn't.
Stop.
Okay, he hasn't.
Why? So why is that a point? You can't compare.
But it is a point. They both points.
You can't compare.
You can.
How?
What do you mean? You're saying that Klay Thompson has his success because of the players around him. I'm saying the same thing about Devin Booker. So saying the same thing. Let's move on to these. Let's move on to this.
Really know how to twist stuff, son.
Yo, that's so crazy. Look. What do you got? Jalen Brunson rank amongst that list? Let me pull up the list.
Yeah,
Let me pull up the list so we could. All right, so I can't show the viewers, but so I'm gonna just say it. Number 1 is Luka. Number 2 is Steph. Number 3 is Shea. 4 is John Morant. 5 is Dame.
No.
I'm just saying what the list says.
No, go ahead.
Number 4 is John Morant. Number 5 is Dame. Number 6 is Trae Young. Number 7 is Tyrese Halliburton. Number 8 is De'Aaron Fox. Number 9 is James Harden. Number 10 is Jamal Murray. Number 11 is Lamar Ball. Number 12 is Jalen Brunson. LaMelo Ball. Number 13 is Kyrie Irving. Number 14 is Darius Garland. Number 15 is Jrue Holiday. So I got Jalen Brunson behind Luka, Steph, Shea, Dame, and that's it. That's it. So in my book, 1, 2, Luka, Steph, Shea, Dame, he's 5. Fox, I'll put Fox in front of him, and then I'll put Jalen after Fox. So Luka, Curry, Shea, Dame, Fox, then Jalen Brunson.
I could agree with that. I think Dame should be over Ja. I think Tyrese should be over Trae Young. I think De'Aaron Fox should be over Trae Young. I also think Kyrie's
definitely too low.
Yeah,
but Kyrie just don't win.
Kyrie
he
should
don't.
Be above.
He just, bro. He averaged 27, 5 and 5, right? When he was in Dallas, like he just don't equate to W's. This is what I'm saying. Like he plays amazing. He's box office.
Second best player of all time.
It just don't equate to W's. I just want to see W's.
I think the Dallas issue was obvious though. They traded away all of their defenders.
You're right. I'm not blaming him.
Defense.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying he's on a team. No W's. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like this is no dub. So that's why I feel like, I mean, really talent wise.
You could say that about Shea. You got Shea above your picks.
So that's the thing. But Shea's just
You can't say but.
You're right. That's a valid point.
So you got to take the talent for what it is. Yeah,
that's a valid point.
But the talent is definitely there.
But so what would you put Kyrie on this list with Shea? You know what I mean, like the winning factor and all that stuff. Like, where would you put?
I mean,
well, how would you rank this list out?
So I got Luka number 1, Curry 2. I would put James Harden at 3. just talent wise. They changed the rules for him. Fouling, they changed it. So he can't score no more. He still scores. Second best player on his team. So I mean,
20, going from 36 to 22 is a big dip.
It is a big dip being the second best player on the team when you have the MVP on your team. Yes, it happens.
So he can't score 25 a game.
Yes. When Harden went down, he had 40 in the playoffs.
He averaged a double-double, don't he?
Yeah, he averaged a double-double. When Embiid went down, he had 40.
Yeah, what was his stats? What was his stats the game after that?
It was hard.
20. He had 20. He had 20-something.
Yeah, he played horrible.
It was hard. It was bad.
Yeah, he played horrible.
They hit like 5 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Definitely putting Dame at like 3.
Yeah. I mean,
There's never. This is my thing with Dame. Yes, he's nice, cool. There's never been a time where I was like, yeah, that team could win a championship.
what does that got to do with Dame?
That's not his fault.
Because I don't believe in him. I can say that with Harden.
Say what with Harden?
That he could win a championship.
Because he had Daryl Morey as his GM, who was making trades after trade to try to get him the best player, and that's what's not happening in Portland.
Agreed. I still don't have. There's never been a time where I've.
Yeah, you sound crazy. I sound like just like how I sounded a little crazy. You had a great point with the Kyrie Irving. Like, how do you have Shea in your top 5 of talent and don't have Kyrie Irving up there? That's valid. You saying, you know what I mean, comparing him to James Harden when James Harden actually had a good, really good.
That doesn't.
Hold on.
That doesn't affect my. He's in my top 6.
I'm saying, but James Harden had a really good GM. That's all I'm just saying. And
how I feel, but it does not affect my place with him.
Okay.
Would you feel like that solely because of James Harden, or you feel like that because of his team?
What that he
could win a championship? Yeah.
James Harden, how they played, and their coaching style.
That's all Daryl Morey. This is what I'm saying. Like, that's all.
Yeah, that was Mike D'Antoni.
Bro, that's Daryl Morey. He's the person who brought Mike. What I'm saying is this. The GM, right, he is actually the person who took a flyer to even trade for James Harden. Right? He traded for James Harden, believed in him, right? Like, he's the person who rebuilt that entire thing. James Harden was a cog in his machine, right? So you looking at Dame and you're like, yo, Dame, why can't you have the same success that James is over here having? Well, Dame don't have Daryl. He had whoever the other guy was. Wasn't doing nothing. So he's literally just dying there. The problem is that Dame should have said what he said this offseason, like 6 off seasons ago.
Right.
And you can feel however you want. James Harden still hasn't won a championship.
Correct.
That's true.
I believe he had a chance.
So you saying, but it's
true that he did have a chance. I felt like James Harden had a better chance than Dame. James Harden had better chances than Dame. Yeah, that's why I agree with you.
Dame's been to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, but
James believe he could win.
No, we didn't believe he could win. His team is terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I believe he could have won against Golden State. There were times
because he had Chris Paul.
But I believe. Correct.
Right.
I still believe.
Which is because of his team. Which is true. Yeah.
There's never been a time that I had faith in Dame to win a championship.
Because he has never had a team to have faith in.
Correct. Regardless of his team, I still never had faith. But there's been times where James Harden didn't have a good team, and I had faith.
When?
No.
When?
When he played. When he had Russ.
No, please stop.
Nobody
thought they would win the championship. Stop it.
Wait, who?
No one thought they would win the championship.
Hold on. When did Dame have
one time? Everybody felt like they could win a championship. Once.
It was more than once. It was actually last year.
It was numerous years. But again,
I never felt like the Sixers were winning the championship. Sorry,
yeah, but
I never felt like that.
Okay, but what the point is that Joel Embiid is an MVP player. James Harden was a former MVP. Doc Rivers is a championship coach. It makes sense that they possibly could win a championship, right? Cool. Dame, what Henny's saying, he never felt like Dame could ever win a championship. What he's doing is just, my problem with what Henny's saying is he's sliding Dame
Exactly.
for not having a good team, but giving James Harden the credit for having a good team, which I think is like kind of hypocritical in that sense. Oh, not hypocritical. They contradict each other, right? In that situation. That's where I stand on it. But I do agree that James Harden did have better chances. Yes, because he had better teams. Dame didn't have good chances because he didn't have good teams. There's nothing. So it's not really a Dame thing or a James Harden thing. I think it's an organizational thing. That is my opinion.
You making it seem like you like, oh, Dame never made me feel like he could win a championship.
But Henny's saying it's a Dame thing, and I don't think it's a Dame thing. That's where we disagree.
It's not a Dame thing. Exactly. That's my point.
I understand that. I get that. But if you switch teams,
if you switch teams, he won a championship.
We don't know that.
We don't.
Joel
But you was about
hurt.
to say it. You was literally about to say if we switch teams.
You don't know. This is the thing. I could change whatever I wanted to say because you didn't hear me. So that's what happens when you speak.
So go ahead. If you switch teams, what? Go ahead.
If you switch teams, I still feel like James Harden could win, and I
If
still
who
feel like
switch teams?
Dame and James Harden.
Which teams?
Whatever year, whatever. Dame can't play that style that James Harden played. In those
Why?
In those Houston Rocket days.
You think somebody could? Okay, in this generation,
James Harden rebound, he assisted, and he scored. What's one thing that Dame can't rebound like James Harden?
Okay.
Dame can't. He probably could assist, but consistently.
So let me ask you a question. When we seen point guards in that D'Antoni system, right? They succeeded, right? And you would say that James Harden was the best point guard in that system, right?
Yes.
Okay, name the top 3 best point guards in this generation.
This generation,
like last 15 years.
Curry, LeBron, Joker.
Okay. 3 players that position was PG.
Let's see. Curry, James Harden, Russ.
Okay. Cool. So Russ is better than Dame.
At its height, yeah.
Oh my God, boy! Listen. Listen.
Am I wrong?
I mean, that's your opinion. We could. I really want to talk about it.
MVP is not better than Dame's height.
All right. So who's better, Russ or James Harden?
I got James Harden.
He ain't averaging triple double though.
No, but he has multiple MVPs.
He has 1.
Oh, still got James Harden. It's more than Dame. At the time, these guys were better than Curry. Curry's the point guard marker. They at one point at their height they were better than Curry. At Dame's height, he was never better than
When
Curry.
was James Harden ever better than Curry?
When he won MVP. When he was averaging 30 consistently.
They lost to Curry. Then he lost to Curry.
Agreed.
He was never better than Stephen Curry.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Better than Stephen Curry.
Averaging more points don't make you a better player.
Make you a better player, exactly.
No problem. Correct.
Okay.
Next topic.
Next topic is next episode 53 coming next season. next week. I mean.
They used to be giving James Harden too much credit.
Where does the hate come from?
There's no hate. It's just the standards gotta. If you're gonna say one thing for one player, say the same thing for the next. You can't be like, oh, if this, and you can't change the goalposts of different players.
Exactly. Because he's not better than Dame because he didn't average a triple double. But so everybody, he's better than everybody. But yo, tune in Saturday. D Wade's going to the Hall of Fame. You heard? Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, Hetty, who you got? Paul Pierce or D Wade?
Oh, Paul Pierce for sure.
We know.
Episode 52 in the books. Henny got Paul Pierce. Let's do it. We out of here.
I'm not even bothered. I'm not even bothered.
He's upset.